Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us, guys. Yes,
Yes.
it is time for What's Up and About. Yeah. While perusing through the streets of social media. Well, there's this video that's been trending.
Yeah.
And it actually has sparked quite an outrage, I'll say, on social media. So it was a video of a woman who recorded another woman whose daughter, who looks like a teenager, who seems to be a teenager, was helping her out with her work.
Yeah.
So apparently she comes all the way from Oworo to Ikoyi to work, to sweep, the streets, sweep, because that's her daily, that's her job, right? And then she got her teenager, who's a girl, to come help her, who came to assist her.
Okay.
And this other woman came and then was recording her while asking her questions as to, why is she here? What is she doing? And put that out on social media, and that spoke to diverse opinions, about the situation. The woman who recorded the video actually insinuated that it was child labor, right?
That I agree.
It got a lot of opinions on the matter. Is it child labor, or what's wrong with a daughter just helping out her mother?
Yeah.
Right. So what are your thoughts on it? Do you think it is child labor? Or?
Yeah, so I saw the video and I read most of the comments as well. I think the only issue I had with that video was that the lady didn't blur the faces of the people. I feel like when you're doing something that is quite sensitive and you have people's lives involved, it is okay to just blur this video so that your message isn't taken out of context. That is the first thing. Now, I know that it is common practice in Nigeria where people who really cannot afford a lot use their children to assist themselves to make the work faster and all. But the question really is this right? No, it's not. It is child labor because you're using this lady or you're using this 11, 12, 13-year-old child for work, and it's not right.
Yeah.
How many of these children actually agree to do these things? Most of them are forced to do it. Most of them are forced to do it. She's meant to be in school, studying with her friends, or learning in the classroom, but she's outside there sweeping a lot. Sometimes these parents would not even go. They would just send their children all the way, and the children would do all the work. I have people in my estate that do things like this, and you see their children sweeping a lot, cleaning, cutting grass, and doing all that stuff. And how much do they get? Peanuts. Or they tell you, oh, I'm already paying for your school fees, so that's fine enough. And guess what? The child cannot complain. You know why? Because mommy sent me. Mommy asked me to do it. So I think it is an issue. I think it's wrong if you think about it in any way. Yes, maybe for some reason it builds the child's resilience, and then it helps the child to be better in the society when it comes to strength and being streetwise. But let's be honest, this isn't accepted anywhere else outside maybe West Africa or Africa. You would never see something like this happen outside Nigeria or in the UK. No, it's okay. I know you're ready to share some stuff and say.
To an extent, yeah, and that's because they have child protective laws, that protects, the rights of that child from, partaking in, those sort of instances.
Yeah.
Now let's bring it back home, right? What is child labor? What causes child labor, right? Poverty.
Okay.
It's primarily driven by poverty. Do you think if that woman could afford to send that girl to school, she would be helping her out? No, let me even rephrase the question.
All right, go ahead.
Do you think if the woman could afford to send the girl to school, she would be doing such a menial job? To
be honest with you,
let's not also forget the fact that right, there are public schools, where children do not have to pay to attend some of these public schools. The public education, to receive public education is free. And I know this because I know one or two people who actually attend some of these public schools, whether primary or secondary, right? I'm on the fence on this one, to be honest.
See,
and that's
to be honest with you,
right,
there are so many people that do not have half of what that lady has, and their children are in school. It is a decision you have to make. Guess what? It will take her more time.
I would like to believe that this happened maybe over the weekend or during a public holiday where schools
it doesn't really matter whether it happens.
There's nothing wrong with.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It is okay to say that if I do this alone, it will take me an extra hour or two, and you take your time to rest. That is part of the job. But the moment you begin to bring your child into it, and then your child is doing the job as well.
Edgar, let's consider the age of this child, right? This is a teenager. This is not a child that is, she doesn't look like she's 10, right? Okay. So this is a child who is who is above the age of 10 years. Probably, she looks like a teenager. I don't see anything wrong with, okay, my daughter, please, I am tired. Because we don't know the situation. Wait, Edgar. We don't know the situation at which she asked for her daughter, for this child to come assist her. Right. There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking my child to assist me.
Facts.
Imagine, first off, we don't even know if she had to walk all the way from Odonshoki to Ikoyi.
Okay.
If she has to do that every single day,
all right.
To sort of ensure that, there is food on the table for her family. Let's not also forget that we've seen a lot more women playing more roles than they should right now in their families.
Okay. Facts.
Allow me finish.
No, facts.
Right.
I totally agree.
We see them play more roles than they should. As a matter of fact, based on statistics, we have a lot more female breadwinners right now in Nigeria, and that number keeps increasing.
Okay.
So let's assume that this woman came all the way from Owodo to Ikoyi. Let's say she did this from Monday to Friday. And then on a Saturday, where she feels that my daughter is not going to school, instead of, that's my earring. She's not going to school. There's nothing wrong with having her come and assist me. She's an aging woman.
All right.
She's growing. Her body is going through different psychological, physical, mental, emotional changes. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with I am tired. Let's not also forget the hormones that seem to play different tricks on our body or different seasons. It doesn't take away from what this is. I don't see it to be child labor. I just see a woman, a mother, seeking help from her child, and her child is,
I think the next question I'll probably ask is.
That's it, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
I think the next
especially if this does not impede on the child's education, because, like I said, we don't know for sure if this happened over the weekend. We don't. If it happened during the week when the child should be at school, now you can say that is child labor. Now you can say that is taking the rights of a child to be educated. Right. But if it was during the weekend or a public holiday when the child doesn't have to be at school, there is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for the child to assist the mother.
Right. Let me tell you where I'm speaking from. I am only just judging the video based on the things that I saw in that video. So I don't have enough context or content concerning, if she was meant to be at school or if she did it on the weekend. I really do not know. But what I could tell, looking at the lady, is this lady or the child doesn't look happy doing that. And I'm also bringing it back home to say that I have people in my estate or in my community that force their children to do these things. And guess what the benefits are? The fact that, I am paying for your school fees. Or then she begins to guilt trip the child to say, I'm the only one, and then you don't have siblings.
I understand that you are of the Gen Z
This
mindset.
Has nothing to do with Gen Z.
It does, because people are the ones that come out in the next few years and say, my mental health is being threatened.
But you have to talk about these things because people have their mental health being threatened.
My darling, we all went through trauma.
I did not go through trauma.
Shapes, form, and sizes.
I did not go through trauma. I don't know what you're talking about.
One way or another, this built us. It built us in different facets. It helped us one way or another. I'm not saying this is justified. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is justified. Anything to protect the rights of a child, I am up for it. Anything to protect the mental health of a child or an individual, I am here for it. But I do not see anything wrong in asking for assistance from your if we don't know the blood, sweat and tears that our parents have to go through, the sacrifices that they have to make to do the things that they do for us. So if it is the least thing that they ask for assistance from us, when they can or when they should, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's the least we can do for one another.
True. All right, you know what I would say, guys? For those people on social media, please, you can always join the conversation. I would like to hear what you guys think about this. Are you on my side or her side? You know, you can
there is no side.
Wake up Nigeria on TVC. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Stay with
the show
us.
continues.